stories, let's take a look at what other stories are coming your way.
In coming episodes of Community Roundup, Jagrati hosts book launching Sat Pero Se Doka in LA, 2011 Choice Hotel Convention in Boston, the 36th annual retreat of Satya Sai Organization of Mid-Atlantic Region in Westmount Camp in Pennsylvania, the second summit for U.S.-India Trade and Economics 2011 Part 2 in New York, the APAHC 10th annual fundraiser dinner in Georgia, and Punjabi Cultural Society of Jersey City hosts Vaisakhi Mela in New Jersey.
Moving on, published author Dr. Shantaram Kane speaks about diet and lifestyle, the subject of his book at Marathi Vishwa in New Jersey during his visit to the U.S. In his book, Dr. Kane addresses many of the issues that South Asians should be aware of with their health and diet. His book, Diet and Lifestyle for Health in the 21st Century, a self-empowerment guide, takes a different approach towards solving struggles that people have with their health. Dr. Kane's book is available for purchases, and TV Asia's Rajabhati brings us the details. Many attended this lecture to learn about a different approach in maintaining and taking care of their health. Attendees addressed how this approach is practical and more broken down from others.
What we got was, firstly, he outlined different components of our diet and told us how these different components like carbohydrates, fats and proteins are useful to the body, and some of the excesses can be harmful to the body. And then he went into some of the details which I cannot really remember offhand about different types of fats, how they can be harmful, and what are the different types of foods that we Indians as vegetarians eat which contain some of these elements either in appropriate amounts or in excess or in deficient. What should be our schedule for our diet, like 3 major meals a day, including breakfast, lunch and dinner. And he said, in between those two, you should have 2 snacks, not really snacks, but actually 2 minor meals, so to speak, containing fruits and nuts. And then he specified different aspects of nuts and so on and so forth. So I think overall he gave us a very nice combination of scientific facts and common sense approach.
And I came here to understand his viewpoints about the different diet process and how the exercise should be mixed and all that. And I can see that he has done a lot of study in this, because basically many talks just will talk in generalities. This is the first time I got a look in specifics. But not only he said that increase proteins or many of the other things, he actually put down a definite exercise for us and put the numbers. So that, and it's very flexible, that's another thing, because everybody will have different kinds of likings. And he didn't say don't eat this, don't eat that, just cut it down and balance your diet and also exercise. So the combination was absolutely fabulous.
Actually, I am a chemical engineer, and it all started because of a hobby of Ayurveda. I was pursuing it for many years, and because of this hobby, a number of people have been coming to me, and I have been giving them advice on what to do. Now, during the course of this hobby, I found that just talking to them about herbal medicine is not good enough. That it is equally important to look at the dietary part, what they eat, when they eat, how much they eat, and so on. And I started compiling a lot of information, and then I started talking to them at length about how to adjust their diet. One of my so-called volunteers, he said to me that you're spending so much time in explaining to us how to eat, when to eat, what to eat, why don't you write a book? And that in fact was a trigger for me to start thinking. Because on one hand, there are thousands of books on diet, another 1,000 on nutrition. But then I found, at least I was not aware of a book which will summarize this information and convert it into simple ways by which people can devise their own diet using this information. So I decided to write a book.
The Chicago-Dili sister city, through their people-to-people programs and cultural exchanges, has built bridges between the people of Chicago and their international neighbors by achieving greater mutual understanding and by strengthening their civic, economic, and cultural ties. On the 10th anniversary, Delhi Chicago Sister Cities International Program and the Chicago Committee of Human Rights Watch hosted a program, India and Human Rights, at Loyola University in Chicago. TV Asia's Vandana Jingan has the details.